Hello again. This is Jim Hayland. I wanted to welcome you back to the Operations Management class. This is just meant to be a brief video to walk you through the Blackboard site. As you know, with an online class, we'll be pretty dependent upon Blackboard, and I think most, if not all, of what you'll need is available in Blackboard, but I just wanted to show you very quickly on the screen how to navigate the site. So once you log in to the Lake Forest Blackboard site, and again, email me if you don't know how to do that or have any trouble with that. You'll go to the first page, will be the course home. You'll see a lovely picture of me, and then along with my email. So my email is jheyland1 at mail.lfgsm.edu. Don't forget the 1. And so you can email me there. Again, I respond to my email pretty quickly, usually looking at my email at least once or twice a day. And again, you have access to my cell phone as well, which is 847-514-7136 if you have any urgent questions. So on the course homepage, you scroll down, there's some ideas on how to navigate the course, what to expect in an online course. I know a lot of you are old pros at this, so probably no need to go through that, but if you have any questions, or it might not be a bad review. So after the course home, you've got about your instructor, again more details on me, again including my cell phone, email address, and then I'm also out there on LinkedIn if you want to take a look at my background, and then a quick summary of my activities at the school and elsewhere. The syllabus and the schedule is where you're going to spend a lot of time. You have a copy of the syllabus is available as a link here, and then session overviews is just basically a verbal summary of what's going to go on in the 8 sessions, and then the schedule. The schedule is a big thing because again this is going to kind of guide you through the process, tell you what's due by when, what the assignments are, etc. So let's just go through these very quickly. If you go in and open up the syllabus, the Word document will pop out. You'll be able to see that. It'll give you an idea of the overall summary of the class. The schedule and session overviews are probably the most important thing. So I've jumped over to the syllabus document just very quickly. Gives you the summary again at the top. Talks about your goals, competencies, talks about the text. A little more information on the text in the Blackboard site as well. One thing to draw your attention to, here's the grading criteria. So a total of 100 points. So we have a weekly discussion board entry, 5% each of 8 weeks, so 40%. You'll do a case study. You'll do a paper about the book, The Goal, which is one of the texts mentioned earlier. And then we'll have 2 runs of the Littlefield simulation, first for 15 points, the second for 20. Then you'll have a final summary course paper for 5 points at the end. And again, there's a lot more detail on each of these assignments inside Blackboard. You see the standard LFGSM grading scale, and then the rest is things that you've pretty much seen in the past as far as assignments, work, and different other guidelines. Now we're looking at the overall module summaries as far as all the different activities and guidelines required. In each one you'll see the learning objectives and then the different assignments. So for example, the first week you're going to read chapters 1 and 2 in the text and finish reading the first third of the book, The Goal, and then go through various other activities. You'll see the same thing for every week. So every week is a different session, different learning objectives, different assignments. And so that should be pretty straightforward as you're going through that. So as we're going through the rest of Blackboard, next we have the schedule, and we'll open that. And then the schedule basically is really what you want to focus on is this section here. It talks about the different modules, the dates, what things are due when, all the way out through the 8th module. So my recommendation is maybe you want to print this out for yourself, and then you can take a look at it as you're going along through the class. So that's the first section, the syllabus and schedule. Announcements. there will be regular announcements. So for example, you'll see a couple of announcements I've already posted. First one is welcoming announcement, and then a rubric around the discussion boards. The discussion boards you'll be doing every week, and this is the grading rubric. I just want to be very clear about how that works, etc., etc. So then we go through the course content as far as the weekly modules, the discussion board, and the different assignments. So if you look at the weekly modules, you'll see Module 1 all the way through Module 8 every week. So for example, for the first module, you'll have some information, the module at a glance, learning objectives, activities, introduction, a textbook, the case study that you're going to take a look at, and all the way through the process. So it gives you a good idea. So essentially it's kind of a cookbook. You just go module by module, start at the top, do all the activities going down the line, and then if you have any questions, obviously bring them up at the discussion board or email me or call me as necessary. Speaking of the discussion board, you'll spend a fair amount of activity there. The first, sorry, I probably make you dizzy watching all that. The first activity we're going to talk about introducing yourself, where to post questions and answers, and then any questions or thoughts or suggestions you have for the dean and student services for the school. In the discussion board, you're going to see a lot of activity going in. There'll be questions posted by me every week to talk about, different subjects, different topics, and I'll be looking for your responses to those questions, and that'll be the foundation of your grading. And then assignments, discussion questions every time, the course study, the case study, the analysis paper, the little field capacity, which is the first of the simulations, and then the goal, and then the little field customer responsiveness, which is the second simulation, and then the final paper. So in the assignments tab, you have a little more detail on what I'm looking for as far as completing the different assignments. Textbook and reading, go through and more information. You actually see a little picture of each of the texts, the author, publisher information, ISBN, etc. And then as you're used to, the grading section, you can see your grades there. I'll be posting grades. One thing I try to do is post grades very quickly, so worst case, you'll have your grades completed by the end of the following week, but typically it's going to be by like Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week. The way I grade things is typically I run the week so that it ends Sunday at midnight. So that the idea is you'll go through the process and you'll officially start Monday morning and then work through Sunday. And then usually, like I say, Tuesday, Wednesday the following week, I'll have the grading done. So at the bottom, we see different resources, the Diago site. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it. Other resources, help with Blackboard, a lot of other activities. So that was meant to be more or less a brief overview of what's in Blackboard. I know a lot of you are familiar with this already, so I hope this helps. If not, if you require any sort of clarification, please let me know. Happy to help at any time. So thank you again for your time. I hope you have a great day, and look forward to working with you during the class.